AITA for ending my engagement on Thanksgiving after my fiancé cut out my family? My name is Ethan. I'm 34, and until this Thanksgiving, I was engaged to Maya. We were planning a wedding, trying to merge two lives, and pretending all the little arguments were just normal pre-marriage stress. My family has always been close, but not in a strange way. My parents, Linda and Robert, are quiet people who don't ask for much. My younger sister, Paige, has a 6-year-old son named Owen, and before Maya, Sunday dinners, family texts, and helping each other with small things were just part of life. Our family group chat was called the Carter Chaos Committee. It was mostly harmless. My mom would ask who was coming to dinner. Paige would send pictures of Owen in a dinosaur hoodie. My dad would send one-word updates that somehow still sounded confused. I didn't think answering my family's texts made me immature. I thought it made me someone who still loved them. When I first met Maya, she was warm and thoughtful. She remembered little things. She could tell when I was tired. She made ordinary nights feel calm. When she talked about boundaries, I agreed with her at first. "I just think couples need their own little world," she said one night. Not in a bad way. "I just don't think parents and siblings need access to everything." That sounded reasonable. I didn't want my family involved in every disagreement. I understood that marriage meant building a life with Maya, not asking my mom and sister for approval every time we made a decision. The first time Maya asked me not to answer the family group chat during dinner, I put my phone face down. "Your family really texts you this much?" she asked. "It's not urgent," I said. "They just talk." "Exactly," she said. "They don't need instant access to you." I thought that was fair. But slowly, boundaries became rules. Sunday dinners became a pattern. Stopping by my parents' house became slipping back into son mode. Helping Paige with anything became letting your sister act like she owns your time. One Sunday, my mom asked if we were coming for dinner. I asked Maya if she wanted to go. "You can go," she said without looking at me. "You don't want to?" "I don't feel like auditioning for your family again." "Auditioning? Your mom watches everything I do." Paige makes comments. "Your dad barely talks." "My dad barely talks to anyone." "That's not the point." "What is the point? If we're getting married, I should be your family now." I stood there, not sure how to answer without making things worse. "You are," I said. "But they're still my family too." Maya's eyes got shiny. "I'm not asking you to abandon them, Ethan. I'm asking you to prioritize the family we're building." That became her favorite line. Choosing us. Protecting our peace. Healthy boundaries. At first, it sounded mature. Then it started feeling like a test I could never pass. I tried to compromise. I told my mom and Paige that Maya and I needed a little more space. I asked them to check before assuming I was free. My mom went quiet. "Honey, I don't want to be the reason things are hard for you," she said. "You're not," I told her. "I'm just trying to be fair." Paige looked at me like she didn't believe me. "Is this coming from you?" "It's coming from both of us." That wasn't my question. I got defensive because part of me knew why she was asking. "Paige, don't do that." She nodded. "Okay, I won't be that sister." After that, they backed off. My mom texted less. Paige stopped sending random updates unless I messaged first. My dad still called sometimes, but even he started saying, "Only if you have time." The silence should have bothered me. Instead, I told myself it meant things were getting healthier. Maya was sweeter when my family was quieter. She talked about the wedding. She called me my almost husband. She made me feel like I was doing the right thing. So I ignored the tight feeling in my chest every time my mom called. I ignored the way I started rereading texts before sending them. I ignored the fact that I checked Maya's mood before saying yes to anyone else. Then my dad had a minor surgery. It wasn't life-threatening, but he needed help for a little while. My mom was nervous, and I wanted to be there. When I told Maya I was going over after the procedure, she looked annoyed. "How long are you going to be there?" "I don't know. I'll bring groceries, help with a few things, make sure mom's okay." So the whole evening. "Maya, he had surgery." "Minor surgery," she said. "And somehow it still becomes your whole week." That was the first time I felt something shift inside me. "I'm not choosing them over you," I said. "I'm helping my parents after surgery." "You always make it sound harmless." "Because sometimes it is harmless." She looked away. "Fine. Go." I went, but when I got back, she barely spoke to me. I apologized for my tone, even though I wasn't sure I had done anything wrong. That became a habit too. A little later, I missed Owen's birthday party. At least, I thought Paige never confirmed the details. I knew there was supposed to be a party, but I didn't see the final message. Maya said she didn't remember seeing anything either. I should ask, I said. Do you even want to go? She asked. He's my nephew. That's not what I asked. Yes, I want to go. She sighed. After everything with your dad, maybe this weekend should just be for us. Your family keeps pulling you back. I should have called Paige right then. I didn't. I told myself if she wanted us there, she would confirm. The weekend passed. I did not know Owen had asked. Did Uncle Ethan forget me? I didn't know because I never saw the messages. Thanksgiving was supposed to be a normal family dinner. My mom invited everyone because my dad was feeling better and wanted the family together. Maya did not want to go. They're going to use Thanksgiving to pull you back in, she said. It's Thanksgiving. We could do something peaceful. Just us. My dad wants everyone there. I'm going. She caught the word immediately. You're going? Yes. For a while, she was quiet. Then she said, fine. But promise me you won't let them corner me. And don't bring up wedding plans unless I do. I'm not spending Thanksgiving letting your mother take over. My mom asked what color tie my dad should wear. Exactly. I should have argued. Instead, I said I would keep things calm. The night before Thanksgiving, Paige called me while I was picking up a few things for dinner. Her voice sounded careful. Can I ask you something? Sure. Are you really okay with us? What does that mean? I don't want to start anything. Paige, you told me you needed distance, she said. I've been trying to respect that. My hand tightened around my keys. I never said that. You texted me from your phone, Ethan. I stood there, suddenly cold. What text? The one after Owen's birthday invite. You said you and Maya were sitting it out and you needed space from family stuff. You said not to make it a thing. I didn't send that. Her voice got smaller. Then who had your phone? I didn't answer because I already knew who had access to it. When I got home, Maya was in the shower. I opened my messages with Paige and saw gaps that didn't make sense. Then I opened the family group chat. It was muted. I didn't remember muting it. I scrolled back and saw weeks of messages I had barely noticed. Paige had sent the birthday details. My mom had shared updates about my dad. Paige had written that Owen cried after the party. There were little messages, photos, reminders, and normal family noise I had somehow missed. Then I saw Paige's message. Never mind. Ethan said they're sitting this one out. I checked my voicemail. There was nothing from my mom after Dad's surgery. The shower turned off, and I locked my phone. I wanted to ask Maya right then, but I didn't trust myself to stay calm. She came out and kissed my cheek. Tomorrow will be fine, she said, as long as we stay united. I barely slept. The next day, Maya and I arrived at my parents' house. My mom looked nervous but happy to see us. My dad was moving carefully but trying to act normal. Paige was there with Owen, who looked at me and then looked away. That hurt more than anger would have. Hey, buddy, I said. He gave me a small wave, but stayed close to Paige. Dinner wasn't ready yet, and the house smelled like turkey, green bean casserole, rolls, and pumpkin pie. For a moment, I wanted to pretend everything was normal. Then Paige caught me alone in the kitchen. I wasn't going to do this today, she said. Show me. She pulled out her phone and opened our message thread. There it was. From my phone. Hey, we're going to sit this one out. I need some space from family stuff right now. Please don't make it a thing. I stared at it. I never sent that. I didn't want drama, Paige said. But Owen cried, Ethan. I'm sorry. I know you are. But we thought you chose this. Mom thought you chose this. My mom came in holding a bowl. Chose what? I turned to her. Mom, did you leave me a voicemail after Dad's surgery? Her face changed. Yes. I never got it. She set the bowl down slowly. I left it because I was scared, she said. I know it was minor, but I wanted to hear your voice. When you didn't call back, I thought you listened and needed space. I felt my anger go quiet. That was worse than shouting. Maya knew my passcode. We knew each other's passcodes because we trusted each other. Or at least I trusted her. I had given her access because I loved her. She had used it to control what I received and what my family thought I sent. I wanted to confront her immediately, but I knew if I came in yelling, she would make herself the victim. So I waited. At dinner, everyone tried to act normal. My mom passed rolls. My dad asked Owen about school. Paige barely touched her food. Maya sat beside me, calm and polite. Then my mom asked Maya how wedding planning was going. Maya smiled. It's going well. We're just trying to keep it from becoming too many people's project. My mom nodded quickly. Of course. Maya added. Healthy boundaries are important before marriage. Paige put her fork down. Healthy boundaries don't usually involve making someone afraid to answer his mom's calls. The table went silent. Maya turned to me. Are you going to let her talk to me like that? I set my fork down. Maya, why was my family group chat muted? Her face changed. What? My family group chat. It was muted. I didn't mute it. She laughed once. This is what we're doing at Thanksgiving. Why was it muted? I don't know. Maybe you muted it and forgot. Why did Paige get a text from my phone saying we were sitting out Owen's birthday and I needed space from family stuff? Maya's cheeks flushed. This is not the time. It became the time when my family got lied to in my name. Can we talk in private? Privacy is for couple issues, I said. Not for lies told to my family in my name. My mom covered her mouth. Paige stared at Maya. My dad sat very still. Maya looked around the table, then back at me. You were drowning in their expectations, she said. I did what you couldn't do. There was no denial. So you texted my sister. I was protecting us. And deleted my mom's voicemail. She was making you feel guilty. My mom made a small sound. Maya pointed toward her. See? This is exactly it. Your mother knows how to pull you back in. Your sister uses her kid. Your father has one minor surgery, and suddenly you're acting like they can't survive without you. My father had surgery, I said. And you had a fiancé, Maya snapped. Paige's voice shook. My kid had a birthday. He's 6. Maya looked at her. Ethan is allowed to miss one birthday. He didn't choose to miss it. You chose for him. Maya's eyes flashed. Because none of you respect our relationship. Paige laughed once, but it wasn't funny. I kept quiet for months because I didn't want to be that sister. But my kid thought you made Ethan stop loving us. That's not normal. I turned to her. What? Paige looked like she regretted saying it, but she kept going. After his party, Owen asked me if Uncle Ethan stopped loving us because of Maya. That was the moment every excuse I had made for Maya collapsed. Adults can twist things until they sound complicated. Kids don't do that. Owen only knew I used to show up, and then I stopped. I looked at Maya. I thought I was keeping the peace, I said. I was letting you rewrite my relationships. Maya stood up. If you let your family disrespect me like this, then stay here tonight. Maya. No. I mean it. If you come home with me, we are done pretending your family gets a vote in our life. If you stay here, you're choosing them. Nobody moved. I looked at her, then at my family. My mom was crying quietly. Paige had one arm around Owen. My dad's hand was flat on the table. They don't get a vote in my marriage, I said. For a second, Maya looked relieved. Then I took off my engagement ring and placed it beside my plate. But you don't get to erase them from my life. Her face went blank. Ethan, I was ready to build a life with you. I was not ready to disappear for you. You're ending our engagement because your sister had a tantrum? I'm ending it because you used my phone to lie to my family. I was protecting our peace. Don't call it peace when you had to delete messages to create it. She grabbed her purse. You'll regret letting them ruin us. No, Maya. You did that. She left and slammed the door. For a long moment, nobody spoke. Then Owen whispered, Is Uncle Ethan mad? I crouched beside him. No, buddy. I'm not mad at you. Are you going away? No, I said. I'm staying here tonight. He nodded like he was deciding whether to believe me. My dad finally said, Sit down, son. Eat something. That almost broke me. I'm sorry, I said to all of them. I thought I was protecting my relationship. I should have asked questions sooner. My mom wiped her eyes. I didn't want to pressure you. You didn't. Paige crossed her arms. I wanted to shake you. That would have been fair. It wouldn't have helped. Probably not. My dad stood carefully and hugged me with one arm. You don't have to fix everything tonight, he said. I know. But I wanted to. I wanted to make it all better immediately. That is not how trust works. Later that night, I sent a message to the family group chat. I owe everyone an apology. I let things get further than I should have. I love you all, and I'm sorry I made you feel like I didn't. I should have asked questions sooner. I'm going to fix what I can by showing up, not just saying sorry once. This time, I made sure the chat was not muted. Maya texted me over and over. First she was angry. She said I embarrassed her. She said my family ambushed her. Then she got softer. She said she loved me. She said not to throw everything away over one bad night. But it wasn't one bad night. One bad night is a fight. One bad night is saying something harsh and apologizing. This was weeks of choices. Maybe months. She made those choices while I kept making excuses for her. I did not go home with her. The next morning, I called my best friend, Caleb. "Please tell me you're not calling to ask if you should apologize," he said. I ended the engagement. There was a pause. "Where are you?" "My parents' house." "Good. Do you need to get your stuff?" "Yeah. I'll come with you. Pack documents first. Hoodies later." We went while Maya was gone. Caleb made it clear we were not there to argue. "We are not doing a parking lot courtroom drama today," he said. "Get what matters and leave." I packed my documents, laptop, clothes, personal keepsakes, and anything tied to the wedding that had my name on it. The place looked the same as always, which felt strange. The wedding binder was still there. Her mug was still in the sink. A life can fall apart while the furniture stays exactly where it was. When we got in my car, Caleb waited while I changed my phone passcode. "Change every password," he said, "even the dumb ones." "I'm changing the food delivery app." "Good. No unauthorized pizza access." I changed my email, banking login, cloud account, phone passcode, and shared accounts. Then I started dealing with the practical mess. Lease paperwork, wedding deposits, shared bills, and the things I had left behind but was willing to lose if getting them meant more chaos. Maya told people her version quickly. A mutual friend, Tara, texted me. "Maya said your family ambushed her and you humiliated her in front of everyone." I didn't post anything. I didn't write some public rant. I just answered calmly. "I'm not asking you to pick sides." But she texted my sister from my phone, declined my nephew's birthday invitation as me, muted my family group chat, and deleted a voicemail from my mom after my dad's surgery. That's not a misunderstanding. Tara asked if I had proof. I sent only what was necessary. A few minutes later, she called. "I didn't know about the phone thing," she said. "Yeah, that changes things." It should. Some people understood. Some probably still think I was cruel for ending it at Thanksgiving dinner. I understand why it sounds harsh. But the harm was already at that table before I took off the ring. My family had been lied to in my name. My nephew had been hurt. My mother thought I ignored her when she was scared. I only stopped protecting the lie. A week later, I started therapy because I needed to understand why I kept accepting rules that made me smaller. I had ignored red flags because they sounded like healthy relationship advice. I thought being a good partner meant proving Maya came first until everything else got quieter. My therapist said, "A boundary controls your own behavior. Control tries to manage someone else's access to love, information, and support." That stayed with me. A boundary would have been Maya saying she didn't want phones at dinner. Control was secretly muting my family. A boundary would have been asking for one quiet weekend together. Control was texting my sister Esme. A boundary would have been wanting privacy in our relationship. Control was deleting my mom's voicemail. The hardest repair has been with Owen, because kids don't heal from explanations. They heal from patterns. So I started showing up, not with huge gifts or dramatic speeches. I went to his school fundraiser. I watched a movie with him. I helped him build a Lego set. I picked him up when Paige needed help. I stayed. One afternoon, he looked at me and asked, "Are you coming next time too?" "Yeah, buddy," I said. "I'm coming next time too." He nodded and went back to playing. That was enough for that day. I still have work to do with my family. My mom is careful with me in a way she didn't used to be. Paige forgives me, but she still watches me closely. My dad acts like everything is fine, which means it isn't completely fine yet. But I'm showing up, and I'm not letting guilt rush the process. Maya and I are not getting back together. She sent one long message saying I let my family win. I didn't respond to that part. Love is not a competition. No one should have to lose their family to prove they are committed. I still believe healthy boundaries matter. Couples need privacy. Parents can overstep. Siblings can be too involved. A future spouse deserves loyalty. But loyalty is not silence while someone cuts you off from everyone who loves you. Privacy is not letting one person control what you know. Peace is not peace if it depends on deleted voicemails, muted group chats, and messages you never sent. I wish I had seen it sooner. I wish Owen never had to wonder if I stopped loving him. I wish my mom had not sat there thinking I ignored her when she needed me. But I do not regret taking off the ring. Because when Maya told me to choose, I finally understood the choice was never between my fiancé and my family. It was between control and my own life. And I chose my life. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a comment and support the channel by subscribing. See you in the upcoming stories.